Alright, I think we can all agree that the weapon banner is a scam. I would almost never recommend pulling on it somewhat regularly to anyone, but the next weapon banner on the second phase of 3.4 is actually pretty good. So today I thought I could explain why this banner has actually caught so many people's attention and talk about when it's a good time to pull for the weapon banner. Just take what I say with a huge grain of salt, because this will be my opinion. Remember to sub and like if you enjoyed. It would really mean a lot if we could reach 2k subs soon. Thanks, I really appreciate it, guys. I'll first go over why most people avoid the weapon banner as if it was the second coming of the plague, and then go over how you should decide when the right time it is to pull for weapons. The main reason why the weapon banner is generally avoided is that characters are a lot more valuable to your account and fun to play around with. Normally, you have to decide between wishing for a character or a weapon. Although you could argue that weapons can be a big upgrade to your account, weapons aren't what make up your party or make reactions. If you don't have the right characters for the right party, then you can't exactly choose the weapons to use just yet. The odds of getting the weapon you want work somewhat differently compared to character banners. Instead of a 50-50 chance, you have a 75% chance to get either of the two weapons featured on the banner. If you're unlucky enough to be the 25% that doesn't get a featured weapon, then you will be greeted with one of the standard banner weapons, unfortunately. But on the next 5-star, you will be guaranteed one of the two featured weapons, and this does carry over to the next banner. However, you don't get to guarantee the weapon of your choice until you get 2 other 5-stars. The weapon banner has another pity type system called the epitomized path, which allows you to guarantee a 5-star weapon of your choice. Unless you save for a month or a few, you realistically will not be able to max out the epitomized path during one phase of a banner. And the reason why that's important to note is that the epitomized path will not carry over to the next weapon banner. So you know all that progress you made on this banner? Yeah, say goodbye to it after the banner goes away. I don't know why they made it so you can't carry progress over to the new banner. It's so stupid, I don't get it. Although the hard and soft pity is 10 less pulls than the character banner at 80 and 65 respectively, in order to guarantee the weapon of your choice, you will need a lot more wishes, which is really difficult to do because you need to save. And because everyone here watching plays Genshin, we all have a gambling addiction, which means it can be tough to save sometimes. As I said, the odds of you getting the weapon you want are lower than getting the character you want. Those are pretty much the only reasons I could think of why people just don't like the weapon banner. If I forgot anything else, let me know in the comments. Here's where I answer when it's a good time to pull on the banner. Let's just say you're in a similar situation to me. You have a lot of 5-star characters already, you don't really care who else you want on your accounts, and you just want to get more upgrades for the characters you already use. I'll use that as a recommendation baseline, but personally for me, I value characters over weapons a lot more, and there are plenty of 4-star options that are pretty useful. I don't feel like a lot of people disagree with that, but the point is that you should always prioritize characters. So if there's someone you really want, and you've been saving for, but there's a good weapon banner on the way, I would almost always recommend characters first, especially for newer players, because weapons aren't an upgrade if no one can use them. The reason why a lot of people are looking forward to the next phase of the weapon banner is that both 5-stars are really damn good. Staff of Homa and Aqua Simulacra are both pretty good weapons. They are among the most universally used weapons across the board for many DPS characters. Although they may not be the best option for every single DPS character out there, they are very, very competitive. Almost every DPS character of that respective weapon type will be able to use it, give or take. If both weapons on the banner are pretty strong, then it could potentially be a good option to pull. Homa and Aqua are both generally very strong options. They may not be the best, but they are certainly very good, which is the main reason why people are looking forward to this banner. This isn't always exactly the case, because not every patch is there a good weapon banner featured. Honestly, the biggest factor that comes into play is the position of your account. It depends on what characters you have and the ones you use. Let's take the current weapon banner as an example. I have both Alhaitham and Xiao. I love using both of them. There isn't really a character that I currently want to go for all too much, and since the Lo-Fi Sword and Jade Spear can be used on the characters I have on my accounts, it helped me build the motivation to wish on the weapon banner. I would prefer to get Lo-Fi instead of Jade Spear since it's already on the standard banner, but I won't be so disappointed if I got a different weapon though. If you ever have characters that would like to use either weapon that is featured, go right ahead, because like I said before, there's no point in going for a weapon if it won't be used. There's one last thing I should mention about the banners. Personally, for me, it doesn't matter, but I'll mention it anyways. Never, ever wish on a banner specifically for a 4-star. The same thing could be said about character banners, but for the love of God, it's never worth pulling for an extra refinement or a copy for a weapon. If you're going for a 5-star weapon on there and there just so happens to be a 4-star weapon you would like, by all means, all the power to you. I just want to make it clear, I don't want to be the reason why you did or didn't wish on the weapon banner. At the end of the day, it's your primos, you get to decide whether you wish for it or not. The point of this video is to spread caution about the weapon banner and not to be your final decision. But again, if you think it's the right call to wish on the weapon banner of your choice, all the power to you, and may you get the weapon of your choosing. Just remember to be prepared and minimize any bad luck you possibly can. That's all I recommend. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this video useful. Remember to sub and like if you enjoyed. It would really mean a lot if we could reach 2K subs soon. Have a good night and day wherever you're at, and I'll see you all next time. Peace, and take care, guys.